The intro. That's the wrong intro. Oh well. Hey everybody! Welcome to another fine episode of Who's That Anime with your host, Stephen Collin. Happy New Year, everyone.
Is it? Oh shit! Yeah, it is. Fuck.
Uh,
2023.
maybe.
When did that happen?
Not yet.
No, don't ruin the magic. We're definitely not recording this 2 to 3 weeks early.
No, we're not. We're not recording it 2 to 3 weeks early.
I mean, to be fair, it's a significant improvement on our usual, which is recording it minutes before it goes live.
Yeah, it's like a live broadcast.
Sure it is.
Sure is. Yeah, fun times. Anyway, so what's your New Year resolution this year?
Oh gosh. Probably gonna actually read more books, but that was my New Year's resolution last year, and I read one in January.
You read a book in January.
And then I read a book in January. Yeah.
You're not like including manga books like your
No, like I just mean like a book. I mean, to be fair, I've read like like I've read books for work and stuff like that, but I've not
you read
not
more
read
books, right?
any fiction. Yeah, not the books I wanted to read.
All right.
There's only so many times you can read like Sprint Etiquette or Radical Candor or the Unicorn Project.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Those are books, maybe.
They are. Well, yeah, they are.
So is it this year then? Read more books still?
Yeah, probably. You?
Not to save the world when the alien come to invade.
I think that's fair. I think it's time for us to go.
That's a race.
Yeah, I think we're just done.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't say that on there. Get a cult following you.
No, I like, yeah, I don't want to like wear any pink purple robes and hand round no, it's not Kool-Aid. What was it? Flavor Aid.
Flavor.
Yeah, I don't want to be doing any of that. Although they had some pretty sweet trainers. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all I think wear the same pair of Nike shoes.
Man, it must have been really big shoes, man. They all wear the same pair.
Oh yeah, I mean, they were probably basketball shoes, though, right?
Yeah.
As far as basketball players, I understand have large feet.
And yet cultists only have tiny feet to fit, so they can all fit in the shoes.
Yes.
The same pair of shoes.
And in the one big purple cloak.
And the one big. Yeah, and have the arms doing the wee fan dance thing that people do in shows.
Yeah.
It's like in 3D.
I see your eye patch, Wolf. For those watching the video.
Oh yeah, this thing here.
Yeah,
the blurry
adorned.
Thing. Yeah. I stuck it in this box because I got this thing. It only took
good.
6 months.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
China.
To be fair, though, like that part of that, I imagine, was the funding process, the manufacture process, and then eventually the sending process.
Yeah. They're kind of like seems to be like a Kickstarter type thing where they say, "Oh, we'll pre-order it and we'll send it out."
Yeah. It's we need to hit a certain number of units to make this financially viable. So, please pre-order it. Yeah, it's the same things that I do the natural habitat, the animal cartoons. I get their toys when they do one. So I've bought their second one. It was funded in like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
People really want that thing. But I got an email the other day, Colin. I was like, holy shit, it's time. And that was that it seems like my analog pocket might be about to make its way over to the UK.
When did you buy that? Last year?
On the 14th of December last year.
It's only been a year
Yeah.
and a week.
Yeah, I got there. In the end up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then a bunch of mail that it seems like is eventually tracking now is somewhere in Bristol or Norwich. So, oh well.
Oh, I got all my mail.
Nice.
I was a bit worried. I got one sent to the post office in Perth.
Oh god.
Not Australia.
Nobody likes going to Breadalbane.
Brisbane. That's not. That's like north.
No, Breadalbane Terrace is where the post office thing is.
Wait. Oh, you thinking the depot?
Yeah, next to the Tesco.
Not next to Tesco's.
Yeah, it is. It's a fucking huge Tesco next to a petrol station, and then round the back of it is where the mail depot is.
I mean, I suppose you can see it. You got like the A9 splitting it.
No, you don't.
I think they're a different depot.
You must be. You must be. Like they are literally right next to each other.
No.
I'm going to send you a screenshot.
Okay. Let's have a look at this screenshot.
There you go.
Alright, let's see if I can look at this without.
If it fucks up, it fucks up. If he dies, he dies.
Yeah. Right. Where's the chat?
You can see the mouse floating above my face.
Oh, mouse over your face because I'm capturing your screen rather than the instance. Boop. Here we go.
Yeah, put up that picture.
Oh yeah, look at that massive picture for you guys. Yeah. For all of you who'll watch the video on next year. Open the original.
Look at how close that is.
That's still tiny.
The tininess of it doesn't negate the truth, Colin.
Oh.
There's a huge Tesco superstore, and literally right behind it is the Royal Mail Delivery Service office.
I know where I'm getting confused.
Because
I wasn't thinking
about Perth.
I wasn't thinking about that Tesco's.
the massive Tesco's that's right next to it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't go there. That's the other thing.
Oh man,
I went to the post office within W.H. Smith.
Oh, really? Did they deliver to those?
Yeah, they dropped off there.
That's my local is the Royal Mail Delivery Office in Perth.
Yeah.
Fuck that. 14 fucking miles.
Yeah, and say what? The 6 it's to the west.
Yeah, it's less than ideal, let's just say.
That's just how it is. That's the one it serves you.
I know it's shit.
Oh. Yeah. Is that just the big screen that's all over the place?
What?
Yeah, that's fine. No, I'm just watching the embiggened screen that I made of you.
The embiggened version of me.
The embiggened version, yeah. Not the wee window that I'm recording.
No.
Which is
not
fine.
The tiny one.
No, that's fine.
Not
it's
the tiny one.
Just a big one where you're literally like we're stop motion framage, like you're, and you're oh yeah man. Oh, man, I wish I was recording that because that'd be so much more funny. It just looks like I'm laughing at nothing now. Weird as
Well,
fuck.
we are here to talk about Chainsaw Man, of which we are now on episode 8, Gunfire. So we
Gunfire?
left off. That's what the name of the episode is.
Oh, I thought it was Gun Devil.
No, Gunfire.
Oh.
Gun Devil, I think, is one of the previous episodes. No, yeah, episode 5.
Alright, Gunfire then.
So yeah, we left off last when Denji had been carted back to Himeno's place after Himeno got exceptionally drunk, threw up into Denji's mouth while kissing him.
Lovely.
And the sort of last scene of episode 7 was Himeno hinting at potentially some sexual advance, and Denji's like, oh, and then it just kind of cuts out. And then we resume in this episode, seeing Himeno with Denji over her shoulder, carrying him towards the bed, dumping him in there, picking off his shoes and throwing them at the door, going to have getting a bit of a wash, having a bit more of a drink.
Yep.
And then she comes, she grabs a beer from the fridge,
Yeah.
gets back to the bedroom and is like, oh, Denji, how'd you get here? Did I bring you here?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like, yeah, you definitely did. And then we kind of, so that's us sort of seeing the story of him getting to the apartment in the first place, and then we kind of pick up where we left off before, with her sort of hinting that it's like, hey, we should have sex, and it's like, yeah, he's 16, and you are not.
Yeah. Yeah. She still said, you want to do it? And then starts taking his trousers off. And then finds a lollipop in the trousers.
Yeah, I like his reaction. Is like, he's like, oh, do I really want my? He's like, I don't know if I want my first time to be with it. Is like, I need to think about this. He just goes, yes, and yells that out like randomly, and she's like, oh, okay, cool. Starts undressing him like a doll, which is equally disconcerting. And as you said, finds that lollipop, which she thinks is disgusting. Finds that in his pocket. It's a Chupa Chups.
Chup, chup, chup. Given to him by what's her name? Boss lady.
Makima.
Makima. That's one.
And this is where we get the flashback of her sort of like giving him some medication, some anti-nausea medication, after having been thrown up in his mouth. She's like, you should go and get some rest. And Denji's like, oh, my first kiss was really shitty. I got thrown up in my mouth. Every other time I kiss someone now, I'm just gonna taste sick. And she's like, well, maybe not, and you'll forget. And then takes a lollipop out and just puts it in his mouth. And he's like, oh, okay. That's an indirect kiss.
Yeah, and it doesn't really counteract the fact that I think it's going to taste like puke.
No.
But now it tastes of chop chop puke.
Which is marginally better, shall we say.
Yeah. My grandpa used to say, oh, when you're ill, if you take some honey before you're sick, right? Then it would taste better on the way back up.
I legitimately thought you were going to say you would throw up honey. And I was like, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you would.
Yeah.
It would be sweet and not the vile stuff that's like it is. Well, a bit.
Very true.
Not
very
as
true.
vile. But at the same time, it would probably put you off honey. Because you're literally throwing that up. And I know that's the case because I've known people who's overindulged in things and thrown up because they overindulged on things that they like, and now never eat them because they've overindulged.
Well, I took a COVID test on Monday for the first time in ages, and I don't have any of those new ones, the ones that you just use on your nose.
All right, no.
So I had to use one of the ones that you swab your throat.
Yeah.
And the thing that has been threatening to happen since I've done that a billion times was I swabbed my throat and immediately threw up.
Oh, your gag reflexes was pretty good.
It just went
That's
like,
good, right?
nope, don't let. Well, I don't know. Like the right hand side of the throat, no problem. Left hand side was like, absolutely not. Blah.
So why you might get the tonsil?
Oh, I got the whole lot, like side to side and the throat. Yeah, but then as soon as I moved to the left hand side of it, it was just like, no, that's not going to work for you. So, fortunately, I managed to do it for long enough and hold it back. But then it was like, yeah, shit, this is awful. And then it was like, cool, I didn't vomit over the thing, so that's a good start.
Why do you take a COVID test?
Well, I was away for work, and a couple of people tested positive on the Monday. I have not. I'm negative, so I continue to be undesirable to COVID. despite doing things you would imagine you would probably get COVID from, like going to gigs, being in public, hanging out with large numbers of people who also apparently have COVID.
Fuck. It's a thing now, man. It's a thing now. It's like getting the flu.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
to be honest,
not.
I probably wouldn't have tested had it not been coming up for Christmas. I would probably have just gone like, I'm just like, if I feel sick, I'll be in my bed. But because it was coming up for Christmas and we'd have people, so it was like, I should probably just make sure I'm not going to cause any harm to anyone. But yeah, that was fun. So yeah, the vomit taste, he remembers. Chupa Chups is better. And having remembered that is like, nah, I don't want to do this. So he kind of spurns her advances.
Yeah. And then the next day, he's on the floor going, nah. And then she's at the window and goes, oh, Denji. Still doesn't remember it.
Like, oh my god. That's about the third or fourth time she's been like, oh, Denji, weird.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
And then she's like, oh, shit, I didn't do it with you, did I? And he went, no. And
so she's like, goes, oh, thank God. You can get arrested for that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, my God. Yeah, I feel like the answer should have been not for the lack of trying.
Yeah, but Denji's not that cruel.
No, weirdly enough. But yeah, they sit and have breakfast, and they kind of get into the conversation of Himeno's asking him about his infatuation with Makima, and then she's like, but what if she was just shitty? And he's like, no, I'd still like her. Okay. He's like, what do you like about Aki? She's like, his face, and he just laughs. Which I thought was just such an immature response, but it really made me laugh. Yeah, I really liked that.
Yeah,
very, very funny. And then she's like, well, how about I help you get Makima and you help me get Aki?
Oh,
and he's like,
this bit worries me.
I mean, it's never. It doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound good.
Full on school days happening right here, man.
It is a little bit disconcerting. But she seems super into it, and he's like, yeah, we could do that.
So what's her name in school days?
Oh yeah, she was super into that. That did not go well.
No.
But the bit I kind of like about this is the part where she says, you know, then it's settled. We have an accord. We have a deal. We're gonna do this pact thing. And from today forward, we're not just co-workers. We're friends.
Yep.
And he's like, okay,
that's cool.
And it's really bizarre. But yeah. Then I think we cut to the train, right?
Oh no! They say she asks Denji to bring his flatmates over.
That's right. Yeah, you should bring Aki and the devil with you.
Yeah, the fiend. Aye.
The fiend. Yeah.
And and he's like, I wonder if Nakima can come.
It would come. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
I
I
think it's.
think,
I like the bit. There's one bit where she's like, well, not many people would hang about in this awkward circumstance after what happened between us. And he's like, and turn down free food. What's wrong with you people?
yeah, that's the best bit.
He's
Turn down free food?
super, super narrow-minded.
Yep.
It's pretty good.
I
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah. It then cuts to a train.
Yeah, this is interesting. So this is Makima and a couple of her, I guess,
Aides.
guards and handlers and aides people hanging around, and
They're off to Kyoto.
they're off to a meeting, lunch, and then as the train goes through a tunnel, the people behind stand up from their seats and just lay waste to Makima and the group, fill them completely full of bullets. And the kind of last scene, it's quite jarring considering the scene we've just left.
I mean, it's like, whoa, what? Everyone's just been shot, dead.
Yep.
And you see Nakima there, like, lifeless corpse just staring into nothing.
Yep.
And then they raid away and it's like, right, that's her eliminated. Time to put plan in action. And then you get like a wee montage of things happening in Tokyo. Should also say that Nakima was going to order some food and they were like, "Oh, you got a lunch meeting? Yeah, that's fine. I'll make some room."
Hungry before she died. But the who is it? We cut to Kobeni and what's his name?
Ari, someone, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's something like that.
Yeah. I think.
So he an old woman behind them pulls a gun, and we hear the gunshots, and everyone seems quite shocked. And of course, I think that gunshot is then heard by Aki, Denji, Power, and Himeno, who are all having lunch in this kind of ramen place.
Yeah. And Power goes, they go, "Do you hear that?" And says, "Oh yeah, it's some fireworks." And someone says, "There's a festival going on? Where's that?" And then Power taunts him in some way. And then
Power is uncontrollable.
Oh, she's got the power, man. But that's not the only gunshots. There's like a lot of other people getting shot.
Oh yeah. Basically, all of the squads 1 to 4 of the special division are attacked.
Yeah.
A lot of the people who were at the dinner, actually.
Oh, yeah, you got to see them just so you know their faces. So when they get shot, they go, "Oh, yeah, they're dead." Yeah. I didn't pick up on that second time I watched them. I was just like, "Oh yeah, these guys are dead again."
Yep, they're super dead.
Don't remember from the 7th episode. So then a guy basically starts going, "Oh, I can't believe you can stand this filth. It's horrible."
Yep.
And then he starts going on about his dad, how he was like the kindest person,
Yep.
Blah blah blah, and then go, "Yo, Denji, you'll know about this guy." And he shows a picture of old bearded guy from the first episode, and he's like, and Denji's just like, "What the fuck do you want?"
Well, yeah, Aki's like, "Do you know this person? What's going on here?" And no sooner do they kind of get to that point of realizing he knows Denji than the guy pulls out a gun and plants a bullet right in Denji's forehead.
Yeah, his power goes and basically goes, "Don't you dare speak to me, feeble mortal.
I don't want to hear any of this. Basically, it's like you're shouting because I think they're like discussing that they should leave. Should we just leave? And Power's like, no,
Yeah.
don't talk to me, don't interact with me. I hate this.
Yep.
And yeah, he lays waste to Denji, and then of course more bullets are fired. Himeno is caught in the crossfire.
Yeah.
Power does a nice kind of swift jab uppercut to the guy's face, knocks him clean off his feet out a window.
Yeah. Out the window. And then Aki summons the wolf.
Yeah,
the fox. Fox
yeah,
demon.
I like the favorite part about that is where she hits the guy at the window and then yells, "Hey, top knot!" And he's like, "Right, I got it." Kun, and does the fox devil symbol, and it just goes like eats the front of the building and the guy.
Yeah. And then complains.
And then the fox devil's like, Aki, what have you made me eat? This tastes. It's not human. It's not a devil. It tastes awful.
Yeah.
And then its head splits open.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, you put something strange in my mouth this time, Aki."
Yep. And it just kind of goes like, splits open, brains and tissue comes crashing out, and something that looks a bit like Chainsaw Man but is not.
Mm-hmm.
I think is actually called he's a katana devil, essentially.
Makes kind of sense. He's got like 3 katanas, 2 in his arm, 1 for his head. Just like Chainsaw has 3 chainsaws, 2 in his arms and 1 in his head.
Can I tell you? This is the episode that like got me.
Got you.
Like I'm all in.
You're all in on
this
it.
show. Yep.
It's a bit early to say all in, man.
It's like the this whole episode thus far is paced in such a dramatic and incredible way. Like the tonal shifts, the kind of camaraderie, the tragedy of all of the different things that are going on, the violence. It's just really beautifully balanced. Each of it like, even though you know bad things will happen, they're equally shocking as they go forward. But of course, we're on a rooftop at this point.
No, just out in the street, I think.
Are we out in the street?
Yeah, they destroyed like the front of the building, and they're in the street.
They do end up on a rooftop, though, don't they?
Nope. It's always just on the street.
It just looks like a rooftop.
That's just the rubble of the building being destroyed. Well,
either way, Katana Devil is like, well, time to cause some damage. And of course, Denji's got a bullet in his head. He's toast.
Yeah.
Himeno's been hit pretty bad. Aki is like, so how bad is it? Power's like, well, she should probably see a doctor, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, that was afterwards. So basically,
was that after?
Aki goes, right. You tend to her wounds.
Stop the bleeding.
Power. Yeah, and then he uses the cursed sword.
Oh god,
or nail.
It's so fucking good. It's so good.
And
I love it so much.
Yeah, and he hits it 3 times. The Katana Man, and basically calls the curse in to go, right, do your thing, and then he goes.
The whole thing is amazing. Like, the setup to that is just him acknowledging the curse, the cursed blade, and says like, "I'm gonna do this," and he hits the Katana Devil once, and you get san, and then again ni, ishi, and then it does zero.
Yeah,
it's so good. Like, just counts down, and it's this sort of dark face counting down the number of hits. It's like it's weird. It feels a little bit like a failsafe, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh well, you can use this, but know that if you do this so many times, I'm gonna come calling for time.
Yeah. It's kind of like that.
And he, as you say, he shouts, "Is like, and do it now!" And the like weird bone structure forms around him, and like carries him off into the sky, and then it just cuts, and he's just lying there on the ground in a pool of blood.
Yeah. It's like a weird special move animation from a fighting game.
Oh, it's so wild. I loved it.
Tenchu, the ninja game.
Yeah.
Um.
And then speaking of Tenshu, yeah, or actually maybe more the Shinobi, the PS2 version. But after that scene where he uses the curse, we see this young girl appear, and she's like, "Oh," just kind of wanders over and lies next to, like, sits next to the katana devil, and you're like, "This is all a bit weird. What's going on here?" And all of a sudden, he just gets up. It's like, oh, this seems very, very bad, because that was such a powerful maneuver.
Mm-hmm.
You've lost life doing it, and yet it meant nothing.
Well, I think he just got restored. I think she gave blood or something, didn't she?
It's just wild at the fact that it's like all it did was knock him down. Now he's back up. So, good luck with that.
Yeah. And then he goes like, "Oh, I underestimated him, but I won't do it again." And then kind of charges at Aki.
I love that conversation because she says they're standing there and his head's putted down. She's like, "You know what you did wrong," and he says, "Yes, I severely underestimated my opponent." He's like, "Well, don't let it happen again." He's like, "Fair." And then we see him sort of like, as you say, charge, and just that, like, it's that moment where he's like ready to block the shot.
Yeah.
But just isn't fast enough.
Yeah.
And it was a very sort of "you're already dead" moment where he's like stood behind him and Aki's like kind of going, and then blood piles out of the front of his chest.
Yeah, just like the old classic samurai charge.
Yep. It reminded me a lot of the actually we'll have one another point, but there's one that reminded me a lot of the Shinobi game on PS2, because that was one of the things you could do was charge an enemy and you would dash past them, and then it would cut to a camera panning down, and it would like go into widescreen, and he would put his blade away, and as he put his blade away, the enemy would just kind of go and like slice in two.
Yeah,
it was so good.
That's a classic samurai. Image.
Never gets old. Never gets old.
I was Last Blade 2. You had Hibiki kind of did those moves. She would run by you and slice you up.
The good shit.
I think Hanamaru from Samurai Warriors, Samurai Showdown, did the same thing. That's classic.
Yeah,
move. It's like,
it's pretty good.
Too fast and behind you, and you've literally like bleeding from your torso, from your shoulder down.
Well, in this scenario now, we have a very unable to move Aki from injury. It looks pretty bad. Himeno is not doing great. And is at this point where Power just fucks off?
Yeah, she's like, "Oh shit, I can't even see the guy," and and then Trio kind of says, "It's okay, Power, just leave me, I got this," and she calls it Ghost, and then the Ghost says, "I'm scared of that lady," and it's like,
she's like, "I don't like her. She's bad news."
Yeah.
This is a this is the part of this show where I was waiting for a certain weight of conversation, and I finally got it. 8 episodes in is this kind of dramatic monologue of Himeno, who sees that Aki is in serious danger from the from this katana devil and whoever this other girl is.
Yeah.
And she said, it is like, yeah, as you said, like the ghost's like, nah, I don't want anything to do with this. And she's like, I'll give you all of me if you give everything you have.
Yeah.
And the ghost's like, okay, let's do it then. And then it does this incredible piece of animation where it's just the hand floating down through her onto the ground. And then it starts to move forward. And then as it moves forward, other hands appear.
Yep.
And it just forms this horrifying mass of arms and hands covered in flowers, but with some sort of shinobi mask type thing on top. I don't know if that's... It might be like... I wanted to say kabuki, but I don't think it's a kabuki mask, potentially, but...
it was certainly a head. It's a forest of arms.
Yeah.
Would be the best way to describe it. And it goes...
It's wild.
And he can't fight it off. He's fighting it off, and you can see Himeno's body slowly disappearing, her arms going... Her arms going... Yep. I think her legs go.
Well, she's having this conversation in her head where she's talking about how she always thought Aki was strange and different because he was so emotional, unlike the others, and he would, when his trainees would die, she would find him crying in private.
Yeah.
His upset at not being able to save the lives of those he was training or working with, and her sort of parting concern is if she sacrifices herself, she hopes that he will cry for her.
Yep. Yeah.
You can see them catching like they lock eyes as she's about to disappear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he knows it's coming, and he knows he can't stop it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then... but it was all in vain.
But I like how the forest grabs the katana devil, and even though his head is a katana and piercing through the brain of the thing, it's pulling him closer regardless, going like, come on, we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
And as you said, it was sadly all in vain.
Yeah, as the girl was with the katana dude, just goes, snake, and then a big snake appears and chomps its head off.
Yeah, she says, snake, is it eat it whole? And it just goes...
Possibly. I thought it says snake.
It just snaps the middle bit off of it, and we see the head float through the sky.
Yeah.
And then she says that or is it something like now go? And it just goes and just disappears. And yeah, we're left with Aki still bleeding out on the ground. And the clothes of Himeno.
Yeah.
And her eye patch.
And that's it. That's the end of the episode.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I love this episode.
It was good.
It was fucking good.
It was like, what? It was a bit like the shock value of everyone kind of still like getting fucked over in the middle of it, and then the big fight, and then Denji just kind of going down like punk straight away, and everyone's like, what?
It's just, it's so, like I say, the pacing of it is just so good. Because it starts very slice of life, but it goes 0 to 100 immediately on that train, and it is relentless from that moment on.
Well, it was a bullet train.
Literally.
Yeah. Literally a bullet train.
Yeah,
that movie was good too.
It's such, oh god, it's such a good episode. The fight scenes are fantastic. The character building is just wonderful. The inclusion of like clearly incredibly powerful enemies. And that like they show it. They show like they demonstrate that absolute superiority and power immediately.
Yeah.
In a very, very incredible way. It's just so good.
No,
And I love the like very, very upset that they've killed off Himeno already.
yeah.
But like I think a fantastic fantastic scene to go out on for the character.
Yeah, it was good. It was yeah. I don't know. It's pretty much it was getting interesting, and then it's just oh look, we need more powerful things. We've already had like an infinite demon where you just basically chopped him up for 3 days, and it gave up. Now we need something to go serious and make him look not as strong as impossibly as strong as he's been for the last 7 episodes.
Yeah, I think that's the thing is that the bits that I've been frustrated with in Chainsaw Man so far is that it's felt very throwaway, even though I've enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. Like there's not been a lot of weight to the stuff that's happened. And now they've made all of that pay off immediately by killing so much of the cast and showing them to be weak. You know, thinking they were strong and thinking they were the toughest, or at least formidable. They've been shown to be just they can't handle it.
Oh, they can't handle the gun devil.
No
minions, because that's looking for Denji's heart. I'm sure there's a conversation about.
Yeah, it. I can't remember if that's in this one or not.
Might be next one.
But yeah, it becomes clear that that basically this is the gun devil's move. To because he wants Denji's heart.
Yeah.
Which is why he's been shot in the head.
Yeah. Yep.
How do you rate this one, Colin?
I don't know. It might be because I've watched it 3 times already. Yeah, I'm going to say an 8. I think an 8. That's good. It's good.
Okay. I'm gonna go a 10.
A 10?
Yep.
Oh man, that's an easy 10.
I think this it's a perfect episode.
No.
It wastes no time, and it sort of pays off on everything that it's been building in 20 minutes.
No.
It has 8 episodes of build up that result in 20 minutes of payoff for those parts, but also knocking everything down.
Nah. Don't see it.
It's so good. It's so good.
No, I don't believe you. I don't see it. I mean, it's your average standard kind of like, was it Sojin stuff? It's like, super strong thing. Oh, I managed to beat you now. Oh wait.
That's only part of it though. That's only part of it. It's the payoff of like Denji building relationships and having things like also at this moment in time not knowing that anything's been taken away from him.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he's had a bullet in the head. He doesn't know that like even because as he says, like Aki's his meal ticket. That's certainly his approach, and power. He kind of hates power, but there's something clearly weird there. But also, like Himeno has literally, they've just finished the formalized in their own way. Like, well, we're friends now. We're more than just co-workers. You and I are going to be friends.
Yeah.
And like, I like that they've like it, you could argue that it's lazy to have it and then just throw it away, but I think it's an important piece of that puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be more, put it this way, I'd be more angry if because I really like that character. So if they're gonna kill her, it has to be in service of what the rest of the show is and not just throwaway.
I mean, I'm not saying that's not. It's just, I don't know. It just seems like a standard episode in this type of show.
I don't get that. I don't get that at all.
That's
the I cannot agree. It's so beyond just standard.
It's the whole, seen it plenty of times in other episodes. Maybe not so soon in the anime.
Well, what would you compare it to then?
Like Bleach. Bleach will do something like that.
Do you have anything that I have
watched?
Yeah, anything we've watched so far actually would be
a bit like Naruto.
Okay.
But then no one really died in that. There's sure some people would sacrifice themselves, but later
escalation of power is one thing, and it's not the most important thing about that episode. It's less about the fact that there's more powerful things, and more about the fact that they've just the status quo has changed, not in terms of just power, but broadly.
And you got Naruto, the first job where they go fight Haku and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where basically Sasuke still thinks he's an idiot and has no things, and then realize that he is actually more powerful than what he looks like because he's got the Nine Tails in him, and gets a bit more respect there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like
and Sakura also kind of like seeing that Naruto isn't the monster that everyone's made them out to be for this first start of his life. And but then that was the escalation of power where he kind of just got stuck into the middle of the thing, and they were like, "Idiot! Why did you do that for?"
And is that an 8 out of 10 for you?
Yeah.
Is that's what you're saying?
Yeah. Just because I watched the rest of it, there's better episodes than that.
Just because better episodes doesn't mean that they can't also they can't share the space of a 10. You're gonna have to like favorites, but like as an example of if we look at public opinion, most of in fact, all of the episodes thus far have ranged between 8.2 and 8.8 out of 10.
See, there you go.
Except Gunfire.
Yeah, what's that like?
Is it a 9.5 average?
9.5 average.
Yep. Of 3,000 ratings, which is also significantly more ratings than almost any other episode except the first one.
Yeah, what's bringing it down though? Bet there's people rating it lower than an 8. You get
I mean, yes. I imagine it'll be people rating it a 1-star.
1-star. Himeno died.
See.
No tits.
No tits, lol. 1-star.
Yeah.
Is ratings? Yeah, there are people who rated that episode 1 out of 10.
You get to see
1
that?
out of 10. They don't give any reason, but out of the 3,000 odd reviews,
Uh huh.
114 of them reviewed it as a 1.
And how many reviewed it as an 8?
109.
109. No one reviewed it as 8.
Yep.
Wow.
2,063 people reviewed it as a 10.
Nah.
And as much as I don't hold much stock in the court of public opinion,
Uh huh.
I will use it to my advantage in this circumstance.
I noticed.
Actually,
Still,
it says it's in the US specifically, it's actually a 9.6 average.
alright. But they like guns over there, so that's
Oh,
got
yeah.
to account for like 0.5.
But yeah, it's a 9.5 overall. In our age bracket,
Oh,
it's
Jesus.
averaging at our age bracket and gender, it's averaging a 9.3.
9.3?
Yep.
Nah. See?
And
Anyway.
in females over 45, it's averaging a 2.5.
Well, I mean, I can see that in a way. It's a bit of, I don't know. It was really the female taking advantage of the male.
Oh, yeah. But I
But,
think that this is the problem. This is the problem we have, right?
mhm.
Is it okay for a show to represent things that are not okay?
I mean, yeah.
So if it is,
Uh-huh.
then I like you may not like the subject matter, okay, so you'll rate it lower.
Yeah. That's how you do it. That's not why I'm rating it lower.
No. You're with
As,
the other 109 people.
yep, I'm with the 109 correct people. All the others are just
Uh
wrong. All the
the
others
3.6% is
the three
who you're with.
3.6, man. Stone cold, baby.
And it just what was the episode of Naruto you were talking about?
Uh well, it was like at the start. That's probably about episode 8. It's the bridge one. I mean, it wasn't just one episode, though.
No, it was the Cross the Bridge. Idate reaches the Madoroki shrine, but just as he's about to cross the bridge, an old nemesis stands in his way.
Old Nemesis.
Now that Sasuke and Sakura are trapped at the bottom of a cliff, it's up to the number 1 Knucklehead Ninja to defeat the malevolent Aoi and help Idate cross the finish line.
No, that doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't.
I think that's not what
Sakura goes into well, hang on. Sakura goes into town with Tatsuna and sees the hardships that people of the Land of Waves suffer under Gato's rule. This is the reason Tatsuna is risking his life to build a bridge that crosses the ocean. That one?
Yeah, that sounds a bit right. But then maybe a bit later. It's like
well, that's episode 11.
Yeah, maybe it's episode 12.
That's averaging a 7. That's averaging a 7.1.
Yeah, see. But then I don't think that's the one where it might end on the point where Naruto jumps into the mirror, the ice mirror, fatalities. That Haku does. Haku?
Well, interestingly, I'm just having a quick scan through Naruto. According to the IMDb reviews, at least thus far.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is. That's the first one.
Hot.
It took 48 episodes for it to break the 9 stars out of 10.
Yeah, which one's that?
It's the one where Rock Lee fights Gaara, obviously.
Is that for episode 48?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's the best episode.
It's fucking great.
It's just like, oh wait, I'm just going to drop some weights. Oh, it's just some weights. don't worry about
It's so
that.
good.
And then like
It's so good. It destroys the ground.
the whole like solid stone panels that's below the statue just kind of like cave in two, like straight up Titanic sinking style, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
how much weight do you put on him?
Naruto varies wildly between like 6 and 8.
Oh yeah, that's because it's full of filler.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And not all of it was good.
I think this is the one where we'll probably have to truly disagree, Colin. I can't understand how this is anything less than a 10.
Yeah, it's less than a 10. It's going to be an 8. 8 for me.
Good.
For S08.
Yeah, is that how you're doing it?
It's
Gonna be a bit. It's gonna get really interesting once we get into 10, 11, and 12 when you can't go higher than 10 though.
Well, I've rated other ones higher.
Back down to 1.
Yeah, 1 plus.
What? Just this one's a 1. Is
1
it good?
plus.
No, not really. Yeah, it's a new game plus. It's a 1.
Yeah, New Game Plus.
So yeah, that is also the theme tune at the end of this one is really good. I liked it.
The outro. Yeah,
It's good.
it might be good. Yeah, at least like I say, I think it's mainly because I watched it 3 times, and I don't really watch the second 2 times. It's like, oh yeah, this is what happened, and then kind of not pay attention to it.
Have watched this one 3 times, and I've watched the other ones twice.
Oh, wow. Nah, I only watched them once. Yeah, I don't know. I was like, yeah, it's kind of cool. This happens, that happens. This bit here is all right. It's kind of changing it up. Like, what the hell? Everyone's dead. What's all these characters in the intro? What's that all about? They're like,
They're all gone now.
they're all gone. They're all dead. Dave.
They're all gone.
Dead. All dead, Dave. Dave. They're all dead.
Well,
Dave.
I guess that brings us to the end. Which leaves us to say Who's That Anime is an anime podcast and can be found at anchor.fm/Who's That Anime and anywhere where you can use an RSS feed or listen to a podcast. We don't make any money from this, so we just kind of like to watch anime. If you like what it is we do, then leaving a review, 5 stars would be more than welcome. Anything less with some like feedback for us would also be really cool. And also, if you've already reviewed us, or you can't because of the way you listen to the show, if you do like what it is we do, then telling a friend is also an awesome way to support us in our endeavours. We also have a Facebook page, that's facebook.com/Who's That Anime, where we post up the latest episodes and the occasional anime meme. We have a Discord where you can find a link for that in the show notes. We have a YouTube account where Colin painstakingly puts together the video versions of these episodes to go onto YouTube.
Yep.
It's lovely. This one will be out towards the end of January.
Yeah. This one here on the YouTube channel, yeah. Beyond January. So I just put up. Was it the 4th one?
Yeah, I think it's 4, 3, and 4, 4 and 5.
Yeah. 4, and then you got Christmas, New Year. I'm breaking the wall again.
Yeah,
the illusion.
It's fine. It's fine.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, looks like it should be airing on the 29th. I reckoned. If I put out 29th, I've been airing them mainly on Tuesdays, to be honest, because I'll be like, oh yeah, I really need to do that, and then it comes Monday and it's like, yeah, I probably better do that now.
Oh well.
Yeah.
It's we'll get there. And you'll be able to watch the video version of this. You'll be able to see Colin's super eye patch wolf model in the background.
Oh, super blurry one, yeah.
Yeah.
Really blurry.
Super blurry eye patch wolf.
Super blurry eye patch wolf. He's like Himeno. He's got an eye patch. On the same eye. Look, it is the same eye.
God.
It was the same eye.
I like the sticking out tongue. It's pretty good.
Yeah, super happy. So he's a
Pretty good.
YouTube channel person. He watches
Yeah,
anime.
you should go and. He has an anime?
He doesn't have an anime, but he watches it.
Oh, I thought you said, have you watched his anime? And I was like, no. But yeah, he talks about anime. In fact, his latest episode is about Chainsaw Man.
Was it? Yeah. He probably did a better cover than us.
Oh, yeah, if you want an actual insightful, deep heartfelt, deep dive into what Chainsaw Man is and means, I would highly advise you go to Super Eye Patch Wolf and check out their channel on YouTube.
Yeah, it certainly talks about Bleach 2. And that's just trolling for our bruising. It's not really trolling. It's his opinion.
So that is YouTube. You can find us at youtube.com by searching for Who's That Anime. Colin and I also like to play the occasional video game. Colin at twitch.tv/couchfuel and myself at twitch.tv/hailpayman. You can find an archive of all of the stuff that we've played on there on YouTube as well if you search for the channel names. That's Couchfuel or Hailpayman.
Yeah.
And I think that's us.
Yeah, that's it. It should be us. We should call it there and go, thanks for watching Who's That Anime with your host Stephen Collin. We'll catch you next time in 2023. Same anime place, same anime time, same anime universe.
Anime.
Anna baby.
Why don't you watch some more anime?
Anna baby.
It's Valerie by what was her name?
Valerie Clinton.
No, she died.
Did she die? What?
No, drug overdose. What was her name?
Oh, Amy Winehouse.
That's the one. For some reason I was saying Katie, and I was like, it's not Katie. It's not Katie. It's not Katie.
She does the Lego advert.
Does she?
Yeah, she's in the Lego advert. She's on that big parade thing. It stops in front of some kid's door and goes, "Come on, kids, join the Lego parade!" And then they go somewhere. I think, I don't know, or she just dances and sings.
That is wild.
It's Katy Perry.
Oh, that's not Katie. Fuck, Amy Winehouse. Fuck.
No, it's not.
Okay, this has to stop.
There's Katie.
Before I get Katy Perry and Amy Winehouse confused again.
Oh.
And not because I know they're different people. I know they're different people before I get their names mixed up.
So, Katie Winehouse.
Weighty Kindhouse.
Weighty Kindhouse.
Yeah.
That's got some weight behind it.
Yeah, and
see you next time, guys.
Pay me Airy.
Harry, oh Jesus, he's struggling here. Right, see you next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye.